Hello and welcome to another replay analysis, 7.27c. We've got Zeus here. This is requested from jaygamesftw. He said he had some issues, at least in the laning phase, and what he can do a little bit better. I think he goes into a little bit of autopilot, which is not great. You got first blood on your team. And again, we're just going to kind of at least follow him in the first laning phase. 10-15 minutes or so, player perspective on Zeus. Okay, one thing to note is that you actually reached out for the bounty. I don't always agree with this. I think that as the mid laner, I think that the body blocks is more important. Positioning is super important, especially early. You've gone with a Null Talisman, which again, I'm not so keen on, because the Null Talisman is great for when you want to just trade, right? Like you want to right click, and Zeus is not really that. He uses his spells to kind of trade stuff, right? He doesn't want to actually be right clicking. Now, mind you, let's see how your last hitting goes. I think that that's going to be... You got 2 last hits out of that. Or deny, excuse me. The lane will push. Yeah. Okay. So I think that actually with that one deny, you stopped him from getting level 2 quicker than you. Not last hitting amazingly. Okay, got a deny at least for Arc Warden. Gotta watch out for that Spectral. Get your range creep that's gonna push. You don't get that last hit as well. So I think that your starting opponent, like, hang on. Didn't feel like snowballing until after mid game is opponent made a mistake. Okay, let's see how it goes. Okay, again, if it's a snowbally game, those generally you don't learn much, right? So we'll get to that tipping point and then we'll kind of maybe call it a day from then, because again, it's super important to make sure that, like, snowball games, you want to learn, and there's not gonna be a whole lot of learning. You're 4-2 right now. Hang on, why is this not even sorted? What is going on? 4-2 versus 4-1. You're tanking up a little damage here. That's fine. You're not able to deny because you're getting zoned out. Good. Keeping it outside of the tower. Oh, you did not. You failed in that sense. But you did get the last hit. Okay. Yep. I'm assuming. Okay. Now correct me if I'm wrong. But you bought the stick because you want to kind of stop his spamming of that spell. What is that spell called? I don't even know. Spark Wraith. I mean, that seems to make the most sense. Get as many charges as you can. You don't want to tank things up. Probably shouldn't have gone for that lightning bolt there, because okay, so you're just gonna mango it up. Okay, fine. I would have gone 1 mango at a time, because you want that HP regen just to keep it going, just in case, and use it as like a last resort. You've only got 1 spell, so you can manage your mana, so to speak, around that. Missing the last hit there, the deny. Alright, so 245, right? This is the right time? Or you probably okay. Actually, that timing right there, hang on. Right when you pushed it, you gotta look at the tiny little outputs, or the tiny little gaps, right? And I think it was about, hang on, I'm gonna rewind it. 244, this lane is pushing, right? What you should have done, right here, is actually just kind of skirted through, and then look to stack this camp. That would have been like best case scenario. Because if you get to that, I mean, the timing is perfect for this. The lane is pushing. There's not much you can do in terms of, I mean, you might get lucky with the deny or whatever, but this is the time, this is the perfect spot, right? This is like something that you need to work around, right? But what instead, I mean, you just got lucky with this lightning bolt. It's like you zapped him and then you saw this, right? And another thing is that you have not clicked on this hero once. Okay? If you click on this hero, you would have seen the fact that he had a stick. And if you have the stick, you have to respect that. Right? Okay, well, you knew that the ward was there, but you haven't clicked on this guy once, or at least from what I've seen. So even hitting him with the lightning bolt, you're not going to kill him, you're not going to really do any damage. So it's probably better to save some of your mana now, and been at, what, 380? Doing the math here? 380, and then you can fluctuate and, you know, save yourself, so to speak. But nonetheless, if I think you're casting lightning bolt willy-nilly. I think you need to kind of slow down on that one. There needs to be a rhyme or reason. Like if you hit lightning bolt, you maybe get a last hit and you hit the guy at the same time. Like that sort of efficiency. That we need to talk about that, right? Second thing, of course, stacking it will help you later on, because once you do get what's his name, the Arc Lightning, you can obviously just spam that through and just kind of kill those creeps very, very easily. So 2 pieces. Alright, you have the taunt. You get the last hit. Good. Good. Probably should have taken it out. Okay. Alright. That body block was silly. Doesn't really matter. I think you'll get the last year. Yeah, okay, good. Yeah, let your creep tank the rate. Fine. 527. Have your next item queued up. Okay. Okay, hang on. I can see this. I can see your mouse. Your mouse right now moved here. Yo, dude, you gotta learn hotkeys. This is just B, right? You just hit B. It's gonna be faster for you. You need to get this. This is silly. Like, you know what I mean? If you don't play with all hotkeys, and again, it may be just a replay thing, but all of your items, every single one of your spells, and even down here, your quick buys, everything needs a hotkey. It's super important. Because there are times that you're like, oh shit, I'm gonna die. Like, I need to buy out, and then have these items ready, and then you quick buy, right? Okay, that's 3 pieces of feedback so far. A piece of feedback every minute. That's my goal, I guess. Still technically losing here. Oh, okay. Okay, so now you're saving a little bit of mana, which is fine. Okay, went for the arc lightning. You shot him. You also got the last hit. You gotta. I know Zeus's right-click damage is like god awful. Oh, got it. All right, good. Okay, good. He does have a DD. I don't know if you've seen that. As a teammate, as a mid, if you see somebody with a DD, you just need to click it. Let your team know. Gotta talk to guys. I think that, like, one thing I really want to push is communication. I feel like there's not enough of it, and even telling your team, like, clicking on it. Hang on. So you click on the hero. Click on the hero, and then you alt double D, right? Just so that your team knows that this guy has a DD, right? So in case anyone else is looking to, push, or diving a tower or whatever, and this guy all of a sudden TP's in, like, the guys need to play more cautiously, everybody else, right? So you're just keeping everybody on the same page. This is, again, super important, like, not just in Dota, but in sports in general, right? Like, you just talk about guys. You talk amongst the team. Like, it seems silly, and you'd be like, oh, this guy talks all the time, but, like, there's, like, really shitty communication, and there's really good communication, right? The shitty communication is like, oh, I missed the last hit. Oh, I'm so bad at this game. Oh, he's right there. Or he's behind that, tree. Like, that's not helpful, right? What you need to do is be like, Arc Warden, he's got a TP. He TP'd somewhere. He's got DD. Like, these things, like, people are always aware. Okay, so your team is already starting to ball out. 527. You get the rune. But when you're leaving the lane like that, you give up a lot of space to the Arc Warden. Actually, if you're looking at it, I mean, yeah, he's up above you, but you actually miss some of the XP, and now you're actually behind. You need to get that 6 quickly, because basically, once you get 6, all lanes need to respect, the pressure and the power of the different lanes, right? Because you can Thunder God's Wrath at any moment. So you're 6 now. Arc Warden, full 1 versus your stick 2 null talismans. Like, I think that your build right now is not ideal. It's not optimal for Zeus's playstyle, right? Like, what does this guy want to do at the end of the day? He just wants to spam his spells. Null Talisman is the type where, if you're like a Quap, Puck, something that actually wants to fight and right-click, I think you'll get more value out of these Null Talismans. But seeing as that you're Zeus, and all you want is zip-zap, like, just, Arc Lightning stuff, and, farm that way, I think that rushing boots into, probably Ags. I think Ags is probably the way to go, because I think it's just so powerful with the Nimbus. But that might be more, I would say, ideal than what you're going with this. Because the Null Talismans don't really help you in terms of, because your right-clicking is garbage, right? Let's be honest. The Zeus Right click, the speed that it comes out is just absolute garbage, right? And I don't think it's playing to the strengths, right? Like, I think you're wasting a little bit of gold here. I'm not a huge fan of this itemization. Now, mind you, I don't play on a mid Zeus, so you tell me and what the guides will say, because I think that, hang on, let's just look at it here, right? Oh, so it does actually say that, but it actually has bottle, which I think is actually more important than the second null talisman. But I think that, you know what I mean? Like, I think the bottle here, because it will help you sustain, give you more mana, so that you can do more damage in the lane. Now you have to buy clarities, right? So you kind of went in with this guide, but then you didn't go all in. You're like, nah, I'm just gonna wing it. So I think that there's a rhyme and reason for why you follow it to the T almost, right? I think the bottle will help you. And you actually went, you know, infused. Hang on, is infused even on that list? Infused is not. Hang on, I'm looking at the default guard. Sorry, I select this guy because I feel like this guide is actually super good, right here. Like, I'm okay, but I think that you need to follow. Like, there's no real reason. Yeah, like I think that you're spending a lot more money on items that are not gonna help you do Zeus, right? Because if you've got arcane boots, like, you don't need the clarities, you don't need the infused raindrops, because you're just constantly be able to spam it, right? And then plus he's spamming out the spark rate, so you can even gain charges. So worst case scenario, you have access to mana, and that's pretty much what Zeus suffers from, right? He really needs that mana to keep going. I hope that makes sense.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Yeah. No. Actually, this is good. This is good. Because... Okay, so now you're looking to stack. Fine. You do get the nice, juicy... Yeah, but you got the golems, the rock golems. They're like magically... Not completely, but they're super annoying to deal with, the Zeus. Yeah. Well, the lack of damage causes issues, though. So... But I think that you need to... Because, okay, another thing is that... By having the bottle, that will force you to actually take advantage of the runes a little bit better. I think that you've kind of given up all of the runes to Arc Warden. And, I mean, yeah, he doesn't have a bottle or whatever, but I think the potential... Because once you get it, you can get, like, a lucky rune, and that could be game-changing. Like, you could spam in, you know what I mean, and then go... Oh my gosh, you're getting destroyed right here. Hang on. Are you gonna stick? Okay. Wow, you took a lot of damage. Yeah. How do you buy the arcane boots? Okay, you microed your courier. Good. That's fine.
Dire's courier has been killed.
Right.
Oh crap. Okay, I'm seeing things on the minimap.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Got Thunder Gods. Pop it.
Radiant's top tower is under
Okay.
attack.
So, okay, there were two fights right at this moment. Hang on. Let me pause this. Rewind right here. Free cabinet. Like, you see this fight and you're looking to help. Secondly thing, if you're looking at the top lane, like, look at this mini-map. Like, yeah, my mini-map icons are a little bit big here. And it looks like they're on top of each other. But this is the time, a situation where you're like, okay, most Zeuses I know will be trigger friendly. You know what I mean? Like, they just have it on. They just want to cast this whenever, if it's a cooldown, right? But I think that this is a moment where you're kind of like, I think it's okay to cast it. I think the timing is all right. Because you know that this is, AM's looking to secure this kill. And you'll help him out, right? Obviously, you don't want to steal the kills and be that guy. But you'll actually help him if you just cast it now. So if you're looking at timings to use this and to be the most efficient, this would be one of those moments, right? Because A, you cast this, you secure it, and I mean, he's going to kill it anyways. But then in the top lane, you're seeing this Lifestealer here who's just, like, pretty much happily farming. By the way, I can't even see the Veno. I don't even know where the Veno is. Yeah, but you would... Because you do the damage there, these two guys are in position that this guy would be like, oh shit, are they looking to gank me? And then he might run away and he might not farm. Okay, so that's where his friends are, right? And also this rotation, completely caught off guard, this lion. Because Thunder God's Wrath, again, it would have been 3 things, right? It would have A, killed this guy. Second thing is that you would have, you know, done some damage to the Lifestealer, so he would have been a little cautious. He might be getting ganked. But the third big thing is that it would have provided vision for the other guys, right? So if you're talking about efficiency, that checks all the marks, right? So sometimes I understand you don't want to be that asshole who's stealing kills, but there are times, especially this one, you got to be game aware because you're mid. You got to understand this, is that you could have maybe saved, like it looks like this line's dead. Oh! That Lifestealer fucked up.
He's mine.
Okay, but nonetheless, I hope you get the point of that, right? That should not have happened. Okay? Alright, good. He fucked up. Why would he go in? And he was so slow to get out. That Lifestealer's like, easy. Alright, nonetheless. Okay, you're level 8. You're going to salve on up. You are a little bit low. Cool. By the way, I can't even read your name. Is it Miracle Eat Dawn? Is that what it's saying? R backwards, of course. Just save it in case any missing hero rotation or help secure that rank. Yeah, but you could have done all of the above, mate. You could have hit them all, right? You could have scouted him out, and that lion should not have been there. Like, he would have been like, oh shit, with that Veno nearby. Lion, why are you fighting this, man? Veno's a big boy.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Veno is actually scared. Interesting. Okay, okay. Cool. Yeah, but I mean, even then, but he would have maybe gone after him, and he has rage up and everything, so that he would have been okay. But then, like, the whole thing is providing vision for your line to know that Veno was rolling up on him, because there was no way that line should have survived. That was like a major fuck up by that Lifestealer. TP coming in top. Lifestealer not having a great game. And mind you, is this an Invoker off lane? It's looking that way, because the line was so low. Interesting. By the way, your lineup is so squishy. If this team, I mean, they have the right amount of silences, they just don't really have the catch. I feel like if it was, instead of like a Veno, I'm just thinking like an Ogre, Shaman, just things to lock people down. Like, because you have the RP, you got ways to kind of deal with it. But this lineup is not great against this lineup because of the fact that these guys are so mobile. I mean, the AM I'm looking at, but they're so squishy. Like, you just lock them down like an Atos, and they're fucked. Speaking of which, Veno really needs to get... He does not... Okay, this is another moment where Veno needs to be like, what is the purpose of my life? Like, what am I trying to do? Other than not die here, but he died. Right? But he needs to lock these guys down. If he gets an Atos, like, he would have helped his team. But instead, he's going this stupid-ass build because this is like the cookie cutter and not realizing what he needs to do. Why is Vessel good? Why is Urn good? Why are you getting these items? Right? Like, there has to be a rhyme or reason. And if they were like a tankier item, like they were like straight up bristles, morphs, you know, centaur, all like just that, like the super sturdy lineup, like, okay, then it makes sense. But this is a very squishy lineup, right? All you need to do is lock these guys down, let your team do the damage, right? What does your team lack? You've got a silence. You have one way of actually stunning the guy. So just going into this line, this game, I can tell you that you guys are going to win because of the fact that they have no catch. They have no way. Like, you need to think about these things, right? So, like, obviously you're on the Radiant team here, so I'm bashing more of the people that are probably never going to see this. But going into your next game of Dota, this is why it's super important to learn how to draft, right? I feel like as a support, it sucks for me because I always have to pick first phase. Like, guys don't know how to pick into the proper lineups. They don't understand what their team needs, and it's like, oh, I just like Veno. I don't care what you think. I don't care that you're Graham or who I'm laning with. I don't really care, right? All I care about right now is I just want to play Veno, right? As opposed to that, you need to be like, if you're gonna play just any hero willy-nilly, like the Veno, then pick it first, right? Pick it first. Because it's not like you're gonna really care or you're gonna try to counterpick. Like, you have no idea. And again, I'm just preaching to the choir at this point, but I hope people understand that this is why. Nice Soulbind there, just kind of dissuade everything from going in. AM is on the back. He's around. He does have Battle Fury. He is strong. The RP was pump fake, and now he actually doesn't have any mana. Oh, that was really poor. Like he like you pump fake the RP, like AM was gonna be scared. Like, all right. This Magnus is like, I guess, gonna save it for next game. He's got a mango tree, so he should plant that very soon. Lion just rolls up on it. Near. Oh, okay, the Gale. Finger. Sunstrike will hit his dead body, and Lion just TPs away. Nice. Smart play. Smart play. Arc Warden does have a Midas. Naked Javelin as well. Lifestealer Maelstrom, fine. But this is the difference from the last game we just saw, right? With the Mushi one. Right? Like, this is the type where, what are you looking to do? What is going to help accelerate your farm, right? Is Maelstrom the key? Is it Midas? What is your, like, ultimate goal, right? And then the last Lifestealer we saw, it was just kind of like, I'm going to choose all of the above. I'm going to choose Armlets. I'm going to choose Midas. I'm going to choose Desolator. I mean, Desolator can kind of help you fight. It's not the... But it's, at the end of the day, it's still a mid-tier item. Okay.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
But one thing to note is that you haven't been making your presence known, right? Like, I feel like your... Oh, yeah, let's look at net worth. I think this is the biggest teller. I mean, you're top 3, right? And I don't think that you're going to outfarm an Arc Warden, but this is the type of situation where what is on your team? Who's the guy that's going to win the game, right? And my mouse is right over there. You guys are ganking left, right, and center, right? But you haven't been able to take towers, right? You have 1 tower to your name. Why don't you take this advantage, this 9k net worth lead, and turn it into something great, right? In 60 minutes, I think that you could have done this much, much sooner, right? Like, the tankier guys become a problem for you because they're tanky and they can get items that make them, you know, even better, even tankier, right? So, when you're up like this, by the way, you pop that Arcane Ring, there we go, nice, you give it to the team, you let, actually, the Bounty take you up. Oh, what, Bounty, really? Come on, Mangoes and the Blade of Alacrity, swap that up. He's gonna go straight up Ags. Alright, this is actually really poor by the Bounty. But again, you have all this space, right? You're actually, by taking that tower, you've gotten access to their jungle, right? Now Lifestealer has less space to work with, right? So what? And the Arc Warden, who wants to literally farm till, you know, he's 6 slotted. So you got to take advantage of this space. So 14-6, like, again, you're winning. How do you win more? That's like the biggest thing. You need to constantly think about how I can just close out this game, right? You have a bounty hunter who's going to be all up on this guy, right? Who just wants to straight up gank. And then he farms pretty much off of his bounties. Oh my god, you went too deep. All right. Okay, all right. Nice little play there. Brought in your AM, fine. But yeah. Good. Yeah, you're suffering for a minute. Arcane, bring it up. Okay, good. I like your micro, your items. Good item management. Obviously getting the most value out of it. Oh, that glyph was clutch.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
But yeah. Oh, you missed. Oh, you let the bounty get it.
Dire's middle tower.
His bounty's like, his last hit. He's so good at last hit. Oh, the skewer catches you out. Oh, you're gonna TP right in the middle of that? Yeah, I was gonna say that was ballsy, but probably not. Chances of success are very low. Yeah, you needed like this guy to hit his tornado or something. Yeah, I mean it's close, but. You know what I mean? Like, my first instinct is not to TP when I get skewered back. Okay. But yeah, your aim's balling. You're balling. Even the Invoker's got Orchid. By the way, Invoker offlane is probably not a good play. But, you know, doesn't really matter. He found the Veno. And all the guy wants to do is just oh, that tornado completely split the defenders. Doesn't really matter. AM is going to secure that one. He's got the probably the ultimate orb, which probably should swap with the Orb of Venom, which is 275 gold versus 2,050. But you know, I'm just out here micromanaging people in replays. Zeus gonna get shot or sent back. Okay, you went BOT. I think that you should have prioritized the Nimbus more, because if you Nimbus on top of this, like, it's more crowd control, right? I think that your itemization has not been great. I think Zeus, especially as a core, as a mid, I think you need to prioritize Ags even more. I think it's one of the most annoying spells in the game, because you can be anywhere and you just cast it and it just harasses them. And I mean, yeah, you know, it's 100 gold or whatever when you give it up, but you need to be a little bit smart in terms of how things work. If you're ever gonna team fight, like if AM gets jumped on and he somehow gets stun locked, I mean, there's not enough spells or whatever, but yeah. No, but here, yeah, but that's the thing, is that you have a bounty, right? I think that combined, I think that they're just amazing. Like your team, and like you have Sunstrike, you got bounty, you know what I mean? You got Nimbus, like you're everywhere. You're in their mom's bedroom. You're like, you know what I mean? Like this could be the easiest game for you. Like there's no way. And this will help you out just in the end, because of the fact that you'll close out games faster. Okay? Close things out. I think that that's like the biggest thing is, how do you, like, you're winning, but it's like a slow burn, right? Nice Venom. The art of farting silently. Oh my gosh, that's hilarious considering the Venom. Got no mana. He's gonna run on back. Inksquell will save at least the Grimstroke. But yeah, I think that's gonna be through that all. Just the Veno died, man. This Veno's been having a rough game.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Yeah. So here's the thing. Again, if like, look, Arc Warden, Spectre, these guys that want to go late game, you have the perfect hero composition to make their lives miserable. The Nimbus, the bounty, like the Sunstrike, like all of these things. Where are they gonna go? If the bounty can scout things out, if he's got like good wards and like he's not getting, you know, spotted by the sentries, like, yeah, your AM is fine. Your AM, I've got nothing to say about this guy. He's farming well. He's, you know, he's carrying. He's playing the position 1 as a position 1 should. To be honest, I really wish I had more position 1s that are on my team like this. But like he's choosing. He has the right balance between farming and fighting, which is super good. Okay, but this is again one of those things where trust is not an issue in Dota. Okay? You need to communicate. You can't just be saying good game, well played. You need to actually be like, hey, bounty, let's go. Let's scout. Like, let's group up. Like Lion, you guys should be on a ganking spree and literally just taking and warding up their entire jungle so that there's no space. No, it's the thing where you don't just tell the guy, let's go, or you just go scout because he thinks, oh, I'm going to die or whatever. You just be like, okay, how do we get things to go? To be honest, smoke. Smoke will be like, oh, if people are smoked, like they just like, oh shit, I'll just stop farming, right? Is this a pub or a party? We drilled him for years, so I'm assuming it's a party, yeah. So again, let him know, right? Like, this is the time and situation where, okay, also, if you're playing with people who don't listen, you probably should reconsider. You know what I mean? Like, what is the reason? Is he a warm body? You know what I mean? Like, why are you playing with this guy? I think at the end of the day, right? Nice Manta, and a blink on out. Nice. Oh, but they found the real AM. He's gone on. Oh, I wish there was a Nimbus here to help him. But you know, no Nimbus. You know, okay, right. You know, Nimbus is just something that I would get, right? Nice heal. That was good heal. Go by time. Sparker slowed him down, and now the Torn. Oh, the Ice Ball was not a good one. Oh yeah, Invoker's probably gonna die. They got a sentry. If you got the ice wall here, because there's really, I mean, he's got rage. Yeah, the total is a little bit off. So here's the thing where, oh, you're sticking around. Super risky. Super risky. Hey, Harry Potter, you don't need this right now when you're fighting, but that's okay. You're looking to stick this around. Bounty Man getting super nice. Thunder God's Wrath. That's the real one. That's the real one. Oh shit, you're gonna walk into this Lifestealer. Okay, you scared it. Lightning strike. Okay, good. But yeah, that was another one where the Dire probably shouldn't have stuck. Oh, zip zapped. All right. Okay. But only in line. They'd rather get him than Pubs. Yeah. Okay. So again, how do people counter you as a Zeus, right? 100%. This is a fight where if they can't find the Zeus, they really should not be fighting. Okay? And this is more to help your enemy team more than anything else, because the Zeus, like, I would not be surprised if you have the highest damage in the game. Don't spoil it for me. You probably do, because Zeus is just, it's simple. It's very easy to get, you know, because you're everywhere. The amount of spells that you do, your low cooldown spells. Excuse me. Just super easy. Super easy. Yeah. He's immortal, and he fucked up that ice wall. Moves on, more like Mulan. Am I right? Huh? Okay. All right. Sorry, I'm here with the dad jokes. Okay. Arc Warden continuing in. He's got Mjolnir. Tornado flown. Fine.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Alright, yeah, AM just continue to farm. I feel like what is your AM? What is his rank? Because I feel like he's been on point. 14-4, I mean, he doesn't have the most amount of kills or anything, but also your bounty, don't get me wrong, I don't feel like your bounty is a bad player or anything. I feel like he's good, but he does need to be a little bit more aggressive. Especially for the scouting out piece. But if you can't secure the kill, yeah, but these are good wards. Although I think that this one and okay, no, they're definitely outside of the range. Okay, those are good wards that provide a lot of vision. You're definitely winning the vision game. Like, look at this Arc Warden. He's struggling to find any sort of space, right? Like, this guy wants to be split pushing. Think of him like a baby tinker. He wants to be pushing out all the lanes, just farming out, being super aggressive, just being late game, right? And your Lifestealer, this guy, has been trying to get a second big item for like the longest time, right? This guy's gonna suffer. This guy's been having a rough game. Just the laning, everything's just been rough. This Lifestealer. Next time, 10 hour bit of farm. I make it early game because it doesn't do so much. But here's the thing: is that you're able to go for those bigger items sooner. Oh, okay. But your Nimbus placement is poor, man. Like, this is where the fight's going on. This is where you're helping your team. Like, if you ice wall him on and then you got the Nimbus on top, like, where's he gonna go? So yeah, okay. Dart fighting silently, gets away. Sunstrike is completely off the mark, but nonetheless. Okay, good fight. But like, again, if you're fighting here in the Lion, if you Nimbus that, rewind a bit. I need to see why I cast it there. You know, because you went for the Magnus. You went for the Magnus. Hang on, let me rewind it anymore. My word. Yeah, this fight's going on. You went for the Magnus, but he was just like, all right, I'll just walk out of it. Like, it's not in a good spot. Like, what you want to do with these Nimbuses, Nimbuses, I don't even know. Hang on, let's see. We're going to Lion. Look at the Nimbus right here. Like, this is where you should have done it. Okay, hang on. Why is the Nimbus so good here? Right? The Nimbus is, I mean, yeah, there's 3 people or whatever, technically 4, but the 3 people here, but then you propose a question to the enemy team. Do they want to go in, or do they want to run, right? And so by creating the Nimbus here, you're going to slow down the Magnus. Either which way, they end up deciding. Yeah, you choke it out. You get those choke points. That's this right here. And if I was playing Zeus, I would have get 100% gotten that right, unlike you. But, you know, I'm just kidding. But yeah, I mean, the point would have been right here. Like, right on top, and then he ice walls right onto that Veno with the Nimbus? Yeah, it's alright. I mean, you could have saved your lion here. Look at this guy's dead body. The lion? That's your bad. F. F for you, man. F for you. Right? It's alright. It's alright. You can't save everybody. But in that case, you could have saved that guy. Definitely your fault. Yeah. I would, as a lion, I would have reported you. Don't let it happen again. Okay. You're on like a mango spree. Somebody's mangoing you up. Fine. I think the bounty hunter has been just taking all these mangoes. Alright. So yeah, I think that, I mean, this is pretty much the game, right? I think that it's just a matter of time. So let's just speed this up, because I think we got the most out of this. Like everybody, like the Arc Warden, who was super greedy, like who wants to farm, not able to do it, and just closed it out. But you guys have been aggressive when you needed to be. You've choked them out. You've kind of done your best. I think they could have been a little bit faster, but you know, by about 5-10 minutes, I think. Just when you play in a party, get everybody on the same page. Like somebody, like, well, some things that I do, and people might not like me for it, is that I'm just like, who's the shot caller, right? Who's making the call? Nice, Thunder Guard right there. Yeah, he didn't even get the time to rage. But just talk it out, right? Like sometimes I'll be like, all right, I'm gonna make the calls for the first 10-15 minutes because I'm a support. I'm gonna roam, and then like later on, be like, okay, then I know that you know X or whatever, my position 1 knows how to make calls later because he's farmed and he knows when he's strong. So I'll pass that, you know, responsibility off to him, which is great for me, right? Because as a support later on, I mean, like, in my opinion, I think the cores kind of know when to fight at that point. So that's usually how I play, especially in my parties. But you got to talk more. Got to talk more. I think that will really help you, especially if you're going to play as a party. I don't know if it's, oh, nice 3-man RP. Nice Hex there. Do the little fish. Gold mine. Venom. Up. Gale. Oh, nice little tornado on the back. The Nimbus. He skewers on out of this. Again. Hey. All right, so this is why you don't buy the AGHs early. It's because your Nimbus placement is poor, right? Like you cut off this choke point. And then you realize if the Magnus or the Lifestealer at that point, both of them are alive, mind you, if they're going to try to retreat, they got to retreat under the Nimbus, right? So your placement on the Nimbus needs work. I hope that makes sense. Also, up, you got buybacks in the Arc Warden. All right, now is the time where I would take a set of racks and then maybe look to retreat here. Retreat, heal up, and Roche. That's probably the safe play for me. But AM don't care. AM keeps going. Oh no, sorry, you gotta have Aegis. Sorry, I was in 4Xing it. I didn't even know you guys took Aegis. Fine. Sorry. AM's still angry. Man, that Venom is having a rough game. Aegis popped. Also kill the Invoker. I don't know what the Invoker is doing here. What is this Nimbus? What is this Nimbus? The fight is up here. You can place it anywhere on the map, and you placed it right here. Okay, this catapult is protected. Well done. Like, what? What is going on? All right. Second one there. Now the time to taunt. Awesome. All right, Jay. If that's even your real name. You need to work on your Nimbus placement. That's like the #1 feedback I can give you right now. Which are 44k. Yeah, I don't think there's no way. Speed this up. I think he's getting done. GG. RP found. Don't care. Got this bounty. I don't even know if I can get Nimbus or not. Alright. So thank you for the replay submission, J Games. I hope you learned something, obviously, in the snowball games. I prefer games, again, where you kind of lost. You don't know why you lost, right? But this is one of those games where it's kind of like, it's like a flex, I would say. There are definitely things that you can do in terms of the laning phase, just kind of being a little bit more efficient. But, I mean, if you're only going to die once, really not much to say, at least for your play. I think I had more to say in terms of these guys. So I hope that they watch in, they learn, and they beat you next time they play. But Thank you so much. If you like what I do, please give a like and subscribe on my YouTube. Again, you can find me on Twitch as well. I do this every single day. Plus at 8 GMT 1 to 4. My name is Holler. You can find me at Holler TV on all social media, and I'll catch you guys next time.